What's going on, everyone? Darkwater here, and welcome back to Airport's CEO and a recreation of the Zurich Airport, where last time we got the other large runway in place, and things, I think, are a little bit better than they were. Still need to shift the other large runway to the right a little bit, but I think we'll be okay for now. We don't have a lot of flights. We're at 59. I guess that's a decent number. None of the airlines like us. Got some issues with just turnaround at this point, which I think part of it might be the fact that we don't have enough passenger service agents, plus it is a long jaunt between the two locations. So, you know what? We've got a little bit of cash, maybe? How much are walkolators? 45. That's a chunk of change. We don't have that kind of cash? Well, great. We'll speed things up a little bit. Today, I don't actually know where... What is the holdup here, exactly? I assume we're waiting on a plane to come? Nope. Okay. We're waiting on this guy to go. That's a problem. Okay. Give me this. I just want to connect this for now. This will eventually, you know, widen out. We could... Oh, that's right. Because I do have it set to nearest. Trying to figure out the best traffic pattern. I'll be honest, I don't know if I know what that would be. I don't like this going up because I feel like that's going to lead to a little bit of a traffic jam. No more than the rest of this. At some point in my head, I had an idea on the direction of the way things would go, but I clearly don't know what that is anymore. I do want to do something down here. We got a little bit of cash. What is the remote? It's under here, isn't it? Yes. You're a standard bus. The buses go... It's at an angle, so we'll do them vertical. But the area is not that big. It's about the same width. Yeah, it's a little over 25 meters. And so it's roughly the same width as the A terminal, which is 8. Within the remote stand area, there's a duty-free shop, there's a Hudson shop, there's a set of bathrooms, and a smoking lounge, and a small little Bellevue bar, and oh, wow. That picture is, yeah, that shows that it is very small. And then you go below and there are gates basically A50 through 59. But I don't think we're going to cram all of that in this area. There's kind of a little walkway that comes out and goes down. So I think we'll do this. What floor are we on? Okay. I want to come out from here. That's not even the correct bulldozer. Let's try that again. We want here. We don't build there. Wait until the rest of this is built, and then I can finagle. Well, actually, nope. There. And then I can... Is there... It comes across into the middle. There's actually bathrooms. So you need to come to here. So you can go. In fact, we could do that. And I can connect this over like that. And get rid of those walls, get rid of those two. Kind of waiting on them to get rid of that piece that they are currently getting rid of. There we go. So that way I can do that. And then we don't have to spend the money on the area downstairs. Because it looks like it's just kind of an air bridge. So I can do that. And then there's some buildings that come down this way. There is a service road that kind of runs diagonally here and connects up to these service roads, this service road, and the service road that runs kind of underneath here, which obviously I can't do it because it actually would sit in this building. And we're kind of using that building for shops. But what I like to do is connect up this guy over here somewhere. I want to get... No, we just established that it's over here. Is there a service road? Yes, there is. There's a service road that runs at the end of the stands, but since we're using these stands, I'm just going to run the service road out to over here. So in fact, give me a small grass stand. How am I out of money for it? Oh, it's 20,000. And now it's snowing. But there's a small series of small stands. We're going to do a couple down at the end. We're going to do a pathway in between, and then a couple down at this end. I'm just using this as a filler so I can figure out where the road's going to go that apparently we're not going to add in just yet because money woes. Things have cleaned itself up. People are getting to their flights okay. People are getting through security okay. Why do I feel like we're just really hemorrhaging cash right now? Cash flow is positive for the day. This is just me building stuff, isn't it? We don't have any loans out, correct? No, we're solid there. We are making money. It's just, I guess, yeah, it's a little bit of a slow period. We do have a hangar. Ooh, we don't have a small hangar. I do have mapped in my head a small hangar down here. We will eventually get there. How much are these? Oh, they're only 3 grand. That's fine. 2, 3, 4. I don't like that. No, hold on. Let's, because I need walkway. 1, 2. We start down at this end. They can go from the end, right? That should be fine. I don't think I'm getting 5. We'll do 4, though. And then we just run service road down here. There. And so this service road connects to the one, again, that goes kind of diagonally. If you come out and you make a right, there's basically a crosswalk, and that takes you to the security that runs from this road to the airport side of things. So there's a cross airport. I'm not going to touch that until I figure out this. But we've got this in place. I think we're going to end up with a road here. You're going to come over to somewhere here. 1, 2, 3. I believe it's here. This taxiway, I do have mapped that it comes further down. You would come across. Oh, that actually fits real nice if right here. No. Take it over to this side. Give me a service road up. I want you here. Does that? Yeah, I know I'm bouncing back and forth between concrete and asphalt. Oh, I like that. Then that service road comes up. We don't have a fire truck. Fire truck. I don't know. The building is basically, actually we'll put it here. It's kind of in between the end of this runway and the end of this runway, which kind of gives us a big area. But we'll put it down over here, along with, there's actually a small hangar there. There's actually 2 small hangars there, along with a helipad. So the fire station's going to live down over here. But that connects you 2 up. Doesn't do us a whole lot of good for the rest of everything else. What do we have all this zoned at? You are all secure. You staff. You are staff. Yeah. Our staff could use a better break room. Our staff could use more break room. I'm gonna go ahead and just zone all this as secure. We just have the single break room, and that's not making anybody at all happy. People are getting through security. without any issues. What do we have with our large stands? We do have a couple large flights coming in. 288 off, 269 on, 157 off, 253 on. Which is not bad. Looks like that they're getting checked in. I assume it's this one. There is a giant herd of people coming over here. I do appreciate the fact that it does split them off in a decent way. So they are using the ones up here, and it's not just taking the shortest path, if you will. I'm surprised that this isn't more chaotic. What happened here exactly? Did I goof and get the wrong road? No, because it's showing service. Did I... Is this not service road? Service road? You connected. You... Oh. No, because you're rolling on by. That's got to be service road, right? I don't see why it wouldn't be. Is there a connection on the other side of that building? There is. Or at least we will need there to be, because on the other side is where the car stops are. 2, 3, 4, 5? Sure. Actually, I am shocked that my placement of that worked the way it did. And we'll connect you there. Okay. Service road connected. I think I'd... Either the game didn't like me putting that down, or I just put it in the wrong space. We'll throw some sidewalk out there. But that'll give us the remote stand service. We can hook these to multiple stands, I think. Sure hope so. Find out if we can't. Want to get more over here. That is a bunch of people. Here's our 2 large flights. You guys are getting people on board slowly. We may need to have the automated, because large stand 21, you're slow on the on the load. What happened here? I'm not crazy, right? That said 0 got through security? Huh. Yeah, we might need to do some kind of automated here, just to speed things up a little bit. I can afford a little bit, right? Just build a little bit out here. I'm inclined to put a break room over here, but I think putting a break room on this side would be a little bit more prudent. What are you trying to get to? You're coming from there, you're trying to get to the staff room. Yeah. Staff rooms are a bit of a hindrance at the juncture. But let's do that. Tell you what, give me this, give me this, give me this. I'll put a random staff room over here. We'll go ahead and put a random staff room over here. Why is that not international? Put a random one over there. We'll put one back over here in the unsecured area, and maybe that'll help passenger service agents that are tending to the desks up in the front. They'll have some place to go without having to go through security and whatnot. We need to build a second floor. Not that I've got the money for it. Go. No, apparently I don't have the money for that. You can be zoned as secure. This is going to connect up with the rest of this. And I guess I'm going to just come across like that. How are we doing over here, everybody? We good? Not yet. Can I go ahead and just zone the entire thing now? Except for that stairwell. I'm surprised that security is not as ridiculous as it could be. Don't know if I can force planes to take this route so that we don't get a weird backup. Let's do not that. If I label this one down here as departure, that should force them up here, correct? No, that's a bad idea. Because if I label this over here as departure, these planes won't get to these stands. Realized we were that short on pushback trucks. I mean, we could set this one way, but we could probably do departure down here. Would that force them up? It would allow planes to come here, but it would force this to be used as departure. I may slide this over here so these guys can just go straight across and over, because I feel like this little piece here is causing a little bit of a delay. And this volcano is gonna really wreak havoc on us, so I think this will be a good place to leave this episode. But we've got the remote stand service area over here ready to go. This pathway seems to be helping a little bit, maybe? Hard to tell, but we do have vehicles using it, which is nice to see. But I'm going to wait out the volcano, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in the next Airport CEO. And as always, I hope you guys have yourselves an amazing day.